Guess where we are today? That's right, we're at the Hobbiton Movie Set. I am very sleepy today, so I might completely screw up this video and get everything wrong. I don't care, it's gonna be awesome anyway. Getting on the bus. Fantastic. Here you can see the director Steven Spielberg talking about how happy he is that the movie set still exists and he can rake in loads of dough on it.
Very welcome. So thank you. And
here we are finally at Hobbiton. Hold on to your wallets. The sky-high crime rate of Middle-earth is of course glossed over in the idealized documentaries that Peter Jackson made. So for those of you who brought a spiff to maybe make the tour a bit more lit, sorry to disappoint. So I don't really remember much from the movies, but this looks like, you know, the joint where the main character, his name F something, FOMO? No, Fred? Oh, come on, what's his name again? Grono? FOMO, Frank? Damn it, what was his name? YOLO Shaggins, that was his name, yes. This might be. The hobbits, of course, inhabited this land thousands of years ago, living hand in hand with the dinosaurs until the British colonialists came here and just eradicated everything. And at that time was with a big battle with YOLO Shaggins. We're fighting together with this wizard guy, not Santa, again to win over the big battle against Darth Vader. It's crazy times, I tell you, crazy times. Here we have our guide telling us a little bit about the movie. I don't think she remembers the movie as well as I do. She claims there's some Elijah something guy that was playing, what was his name, YOLO Shaggins. Of course, he's too tall, has to be a low guy, so it has to be Danny DeVito who played YOLO Shaggins in these documentaries. Yeah. One more thing, here's the garden. They said no grass earlier, but you know, you all remember from the movies that both that guy with the long beard, wizard dude, he was pretty heavy on the, you know what I mean, the pipe. Huh. So I'm starting to believe that I might got the name wrong of the main character, YOLO Shaggins, but sure we'll get to that at some point. Here's another one of these very nice little houses where they lived. You know? I think this is also where MTV recorded the MTV Cribs Middle Earth, which really was a great show. This is of course the famous pond where YOLO Shaggins uttered the famous, very, very famous phrase to Harry Potter, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." So they claim this is kale.
Oh, it's kale.
Kale. So you can see inside one of the houses here, and as you can see there isn't actually a real house inside here. I'm beginning to wonder if, you know, it's all fake. You know, I haven't seen a single hobbit here anywhere. Everything is like, it's almost like it's all a movie. The history books have been lying. As you can see, the hobbits had some serious wood. See this giant tree over there? And this is like downtown Hobbiton, where all the hobbits like hobbiting around and doing awesome hobbit stuff. It looks like a pretty chill place to live, actually. So this is Bag End. Now first, this bench is where Gandalf was smoking his crack pipe. You can see the paraphernalia still lying around here, probably sealed by the police, but this is Bag End, so I might have made a small mistake. I said his name was YOLO Shaggins. It might have been YOLO Baggins. So pardon that, my mistake. Seems like YOLO Baggins You know, if you look at this house up here, he was kind of the kingpin of this area. He's on top. Everyone else, you know, is below here. So he was probably like the local king, ruler of this land, and everyone else was living in indentured servitude or whatever it's called, slaving away to make him rich, just like real life. So this hobbit clearly needed to compensate a bit with this giant chimney. What you see around me here is the famous place where Bilbo held his birthday rave the day he turned 111 years old, as clearly depicted in the fourth movie in the trilogy, Lord of the Rings Requiem for a Dream, which by far was my favorite. Here they got drunk, slept around, and performed other indecent acts that would not be suitable for YouTube, but which George Lucas had no problem portraying in the movies. This is of course also the place where Bilbo put his ring on, becoming invisible and running home because he was an introvert and sick and tired of small talk at parties. This is beautifully portrayed in the movie, and how he used magic to get out of complex social situations. If our guide is right, this is the house of Samwise Gamgee, probably, or at least close enough, good enough for this movie. So, of course, Samwise Gamgee is the real hero of the Lord of the Rings movies and not Harry Potter. So, I keep mixing them up, not Harry Potter, but Frodo Baggins. Frodo is his name, Frodo Baggins. He's just, you know, sidekick, like that bald guy in the Letterman show. So, yeah, the real hero, Samwise Gamgee, lived here, or maybe some of the other houses. There are too many people to film, and I'm lazy. Now we are inside the house where MTV filmed MTV Cribs of Middle Earth. As you can see here, this is used fantastic elvish interior decorators. There's no way a hobbit can make anything as nice as this. This looks absolutely beautiful. Found Frodo's mead stash. Behind me you see the infamous bridge over the River Kwai, where Bilbo Baggins fought the infamous Balrog and Darth Vader in the Battle of the Bulge, as portrayed vividly in the second movie in this Lord of the Rings series, which is called, I can't remember the name of the second movie. Was it Two Towers? I don't know. Anyway, this is where Darth Vader cut the hand of Bilbo, and where Bilbo like screamed and then fell down. And it's all very, yeah, at least is how I remember the movies. It's close enough, I guess. It's the local bar, and judging by the size of Hobbiton, as we've seen so far, there aren't many people living here. The bar is, I guess, where they meet, socialize, date, and so on. But they must be fairly inbred considering how few people are actually living here. But that might explain why Frodo acted so stupid throughout most of the movies. As we all know, it was Samwise Gamgee who carried the movie, just like Hermione did in the Harry Potter movie. Harry Potter was also like, just, you know, go wherever the river dragged him. That is a sweet ass lake. And that wraps up this video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for following me this long, and I would like to encourage everyone, if you haven't found any factual mistake in my video, please let me know in the comments below. I've done all of this from memory. I trust my memory quite a lot, so I don't think you're gonna find anything wrong. I would like to end this video with the famous quote from the Balrog. Thank you for watching. How do you like them apples?